Let me start with something most people never realize. Procrastination rarely looks like laziness. Most of the time, it looks like comfort. It looks like watching one more video, scrolling for a few more minutes, playing one more game, relaxing after a long day because you feel like you deserve it. And that's exactly why procrastination is so dangerous. Because it doesn't feel like you're destroying your future. It just feels like you're taking a break. But here's the open question most people never stop to think about. If your future depends on what you do today, why do you let the smallest distractions keep you from winning? Think about that for a second. Because procrastination isn't just delaying work. It's delaying the life you say you want. Most people say they want success. They want more freedom, more money, more control over their life. But there's a quite contradiction in how people behave. They say they want success, but then they put everything else in front of it. Entertainment comes first. Comfort comes first. Rest comes first. And the important things, those get pushed to later. The problem is, later becomes tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. And eventually, people wake up wondering why they're not where they thought they'd be in life. But life is very honest. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you consistently put time into. Most people don't understand. When you try to do something new, your brain often signals resistance. It feels hard. It feels uncomfortable. Sometimes it even feels boring. But that doesn't mean the task is actually difficult. It simply means your brain isn't used to it yet. The brain loves familiarity. If you're used to relaxing after work, your brain will pull you back toward that pattern. If you're used to avoiding something challenging, your brain will convince you it's easier to delay it. So the beginning stages of progress always feel difficult. Not because you're incapable, but because you're rewiring your habits. And once the brain becomes familiar with something, it stops feeling like a burden. It becomes normal. One of the most common excuses people make is this: I just don't have time. But the truth is something people don't like hearing. Everyone has time. Maybe not hours, but minutes. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. That is still time. You don't need a giant block of time to move forward. Sometimes progress looks like small steps. Writing down a plan, learning one new thing, practicing a skill for just a few minutes. People often believe success requires massive effort all at once. But in reality, success is often built through small actions repeated over time, piece by piece. Just like building a pie, you don't start with the whole pie. You add one piece, then another, until eventually it becomes complete. Distractions will always exist. TV shows will always be there. YouTube would always be there. Video games will always be there. Entertainment would never disappear. But the real question is, how serious are you about changing your life? Because if something truly matters to you, it rises to the top of your priorities. You make space for it. You protect time for it. You put it before the distractions, not after them. And if someone keeps putting distractions first, then the truth might be simply that those distractions matter more to them than success does. And that's an honest reality. Not everyone wants the same path. Some people are comfortable living normally, and that's okay. But if you truly want to change your life, then your behavior must reflect that desire. One way to overcome procrastination is to challenge yourself. Create small commitments. For example, I will work on this for 30 minutes before I relax. Or, if I finish this task, then I can reward myself. This changes the way your brain sees the process. Now the work becomes part of the reward cycle, and something interesting happens. The more you complete tasks, the better you feel. Not because someone told you to do it, but because deep down, it feels good to know you followed through on something important. That feeling builds confidence, and confidence builds momentum. Here's the reality most people will come to realize. Procrastination doesn't just waste time. It slowly creates regret, because deep down, people know when they are capable of more, and ignoring that feeling over and over again creates frustration. But the opposite is also true. When you start doing the things you know you're supposed to do, even in small steps, something inside you begins to change. You start respecting yourself more. You feel more in control of your life. And slowly, progress begins to appear. So here's something worth thinking about. Every day you are given time, not unlimited time, just today's time. And each day, you make a quiet decision. You either invest that time into building the life you want, or you spend that time maintaining the life you already have. Neither decision happens loudly, but over months and years, those small choices determine everything. And the real question becomes, when your future finally arrives, will it look like the life you wanted or the life you postponed?